Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
RT World News. October 17, 1917 America, New York. China says, U.S. and Canada colluded to stir up trouble by sending warships through Taiwan Strait. The Chinese military has blasted the U.S. and Canada for sending their warships through the Taiwan Strait, claiming such stunts jeopardize regional stability, after Beijing itself staged beach war drills in a nearby province. New York Times World News. October 17, 1913 America, New York. Nearly $7 million awarded in first Earthshot prizes. Costa Rica and the city of Milan were among the 5 winners that each received £1 million, or nearly $1.4 million, to continue sustainability and conservation efforts during a ceremony in London. Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, and Prince William with David Attenborough at the Earthshot Award ceremony in London on Sunday.
BBC News World. October 17, 1913 America, New York. The climate activists who want Norway to end oil and gas production. The BBC's Nick Beake meets the young climate activists trying to stop Norway drilling for oil and gas. BBC News World. October 17, 1910 America, New York. The nightmare of India's tallest rubbish mountain. India's oldest and tallest mountain of rubbish in the city of Mumbai is 18 stories high. BBC News World. October 17, 1907 America, New York. COVID. Thousands of children left without parents in Iran. Thousands of children in Iran have been left without parents, and many people blame the leadership. BBC News World. October 17, 1842 America, New York. Hungary. Mayor Marki-Zay wins runoff to challenge Orban. Polls suggest Peter Marki-Zay has the best chance of ousting Prime Minister Viktor Orban.
October 17, 1839 America, New York. Police face questions after a woman's body is found in a police van in Huntsville, Alabama. Authorities in Huntsville, Alabama, are facing questions surrounding the discovery of a woman's body in the back of a rarely used police van in a police parking lot. October 17, 1833 America, New York. The Rock reveals first look at Black Adam movie. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says he was born to play the DC Comics supervillain Black Adam. The movie is slated to hit theaters in July 2022. October 17, 1814 America, New York. Chicago Sky defeat Phoenix Mercury for first WNBA championship win. The Chicago Sky have won their first championship, defeating the Phoenix Mercury 80-74 in Game 4 of the WNBA Finals on Sunday. October 17, 1812 America, New York. Washington football team is retiring Sean Taylor's jersey after he was killed 14 years ago. The Washington football team paid tribute Sunday to beloved football legend Sean Taylor, who was killed in 2007 while protecting his family from a home burglary.
New York Times World News. October 17, 1808 America, New York. Indian state evicts Muslims, even those living there legally. Critics say an Indian state's campaign to expel longtime residents on government land marks the ruling party's latest campaign against Muslims. A family arriving at a small patch of land after being evicted from their home.
BBC News World. October 17, 1807 America, New York. Belarus. French ambassador leaves Minsk after Minsk expels him. France, among other countries, does not recognize the president's claim to a 6th term. Mirror World News. October 17, 1742 America, New York. Girl, 4, vanishes from tent on camping trip with family as police fear abduction. Cleo Smith was on a trip in the Australian outback when she vanished in the middle of the night inside her sleeping bag while wearing a pair of pink, butterfly pajamas.
World CBS News, com. October 17, 1725 America, New York. British soccer club Newcastle starts new era with Saudi owners. A vehicle outside the stadium was emblazoned with the name, Jamal Khashoggi, alongside an image of the journalist who was murdered in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul in 2018.
October 17, 1712 America, New York. What to expect at Apple's MacBook event. Apple is set to kick off its second product event of the season, a month after introducing its new iPhone 13 lineup. October 17, 1711 America, New York. Jill Biden makes unannounced trip to South Carolina to honor Pastor First Lady Jill Biden on Sunday afternoon made a trip to Columbia, South Carolina, which had not been announced publicly ahead of time, to mark the 50th anniversary of the Reverend.
New York Times World News. October 17, 1700 America, New York. Your Monday briefing. Haitian gang kidnaps missionaries. The missionaries who were kidnapped on Saturday were located just outside Port-au-Prince.
October 17, 1657 America, New York. He has not suffered the consequences. Impeachment witness on Trump's lies. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman says former President Donald Trump has not been held accountable for his attempts to steal the 2020 presidential election.
New York Times World News. October 17, 1639 America, New York. Town rattled by bow and arrow killings ponders terrorism and mental illness. The police in Norway, initially pointing to Islamic extremism, now say an attacker was not well, mentally. Candles were lit in a square in Kongsberg, Norway, to honor the victims of last week's attack.
World CBS News, com. October 17, 1623 America, New York. Family of slain MP says to set aside hatred. David Amos, a conservative MP first elected in 1983, was stabbed to death on Friday at a constituent meeting in Leigh-on-Sea in Essex.
October 17, 1616 America, New York. Ex-intelligence official who created controversial Trump-Russia dossier speaks out. Opinion: Trump can't always get what he wants. Kinzinger doesn't rule out January 6 committee subpoena for Trump.
BBC News World. October 17, 1543 America, New York. Bill Clinton. Thumbs up as former U.S. president leaves hospital. The former U.S. president is discharged from a Californian hospital accompanied by his wife Hillary.
Wall Street Journal World News. October 17, 1542 America, New York. Group of 16 Americans and a Canadian kidnapped in Haiti. Christian Aid Ministries said that a group was kidnapped Saturday morning during a trip to an orphanage. The organization said that 5 of those who were abducted are children.
Mirror World News. October 17, 1537 America, New York. Bear attacks pregnant woman in front of children while being made to perform at circus. 2 men fought with the brown bear, with a witness describing the animal as suffering multiple blows with a whip. It attacked its pregnant trainer during the sickening live show.